Hello, everyone. This is a Socrates podcast, Socrates Café Podcast, and I've got a special guest here, Sam Salmon, and I think you'll enjoy our conversation. He's going to introduce himself, and then we'll start the conversation on his interests and just have some fun with this. Okay, Sam, I'll let you introduce yourself to the audience and tell a little bit about yourself and
Hi.
what's going on.
Okay. Hi, Les.
Hi.
I'm Sam Salmon. I live in Crestone, Colorado right now. I kind of travel around a lot lately. But anyway, I've known Les for a while, and he's a good friend because he cares about people and he wants to heal the world just like me. So here we are, and I'm writing a book right now also, which has been an interesting journey. It's the first book I've written, so I'll talk a little bit about that maybe too, and talk about spiritual understandings and so forth, and whatever topics that Les has to talk about also. So thank you, Les.
No, you're very welcome. Yeah, I think that, like you said, Sam, it's been a very, I said, as far as our friendship, I think it's been very good. So, and I think it'll continue because, like you said, we have a lot in common, and we care about people, and we just have a lot of love in our heart to share with people and how we do it. And I think that you're a beautiful person, amazing. Always try to see that and look within people. And I figure you do the same. You connect to life deeply. I think the older we get, we're more sensitive to everything around us. And so I think it's a natural part of growth. But anyway, I don't want to get away and talk about how I feel about things or what's going on. But let's continue the conversation, and you can start wherever you want. You want to share your experiences first, as far as this journey you've had, and then we can talk about more about your spirituality and all
that. Sure, yeah. My experiences, yeah, I've been a very spiritual seeking person my whole life. I've done a lot of dumb things, growing up, and I had a business for several years. When I was young, I had a very difficult childhood, and I decided whenever I was young, I want to, if I ever have children, I want to raise them, to be happy and to know God, to know themselves, really. And so I did. I raised 3 wonderful children, and one of my oldest daughter is over in Thailand, and she has a ministry with her husband and her 4 daughters.
Wow.
So, yeah, and then my other daughter lives in Washington State, and my son lives there too, and my youngest daughter is married, but my son's not married. But anyway, I was married for 31 years, and I decided that I needed to spend some time with myself and to go and to really go deep spiritually, and I needed an environment where I could do that, and I ended up getting a divorce. And so I know that's very, it was very looked down on in the society that I came from, but it was something that I really felt strongly that I needed to do for my own spiritual growth. So I put that first. And since then, I've been going through a very deep healing process. And I've had some like visions and stuff since I was pretty young, since I was 30. And so I can share, um, my spiritual path with you, which I think is more important than anything else. The things that I've learned is really to really pay attention to this world in a different way. Realize that when you look at something, it's all made out of this energy, and this energy is all a part of who we are. And in this world, there's nothing that we should judge or reject or hate. Those are all lower vibrational frequencies. Those are emotions that cause us to restrict ourselves from that flow of love that comes through, is always coming through. And so it takes a lot of energy. It's really a waste of time to hate anyone or to judge anyone. But to realize that everyone on this planet here is also being directed for their awakening also, and to develop a sense of deep appreciation for that. And so I've learned to do that over the years. It didn't come easy because, the patterns that I learned, and most of us learn, most everyone learns patterns of getting into a situation where you figure something is right and wrong, and you judge what is wrong. And so we end up restricting ourselves through that. And I've learned that, to ask for help, there's a lot of our family members, which I mean humanity, that have overcome the world, that have learned to embrace the world, everything in it, and are on the other side. And some people call them angels or helpers or guides. And they're always there, ready to listen and help us, And so, being able to just ask and continually be in a place of wanting, of desiring a deep relationship with that energy of love, with what some people call God or source, really desiring it with all of our heart, and learning that energy that flows through us is what brings us into ourselves, into the reality of who we were before we came into this world and pretended that we were something small. Everyone, every child of love, every what I call sibling of love, because there is no hierarchy in heaven. There's no hierarchy on the other side. Every sibling has that desire, has that amazing ability to become, to expand themselves once we learn that we don't have to fight or resist or judge or hate anymore. And that takes a process, because we've learned how to do that our whole lives. So it's really learning how to be very aware of those and very sensitive to those feelings I've learned. And they're always coming up, but most of the time I've learned to ignore them. And now I'm learning to become very sensitive to them. And they are really our friends, because they're parts of us. Everything that's coming up within us can be embraced, and we don't have to resist it. It can't hurt us, because we are eternal. There's nothing that can hurt us. The idea that we need to survive or protect ourselves comes from the world. And if we let go of all of those protections, then we could literally move on from this world without holding on to any part of the world. and we would be setting ourselves free. But that is so difficult to do when we are in a human body that believes it needs all of these things in order to survive or to live a certain lifestyle that we need or we think we want. And so setting ourselves free is quite a journey, but it's so worth it because there's nothing that can hold you back once you realize that there's nothing that you have to have in this world in order to survive, but you can just simply be the observer and enjoy. You can enjoy all things. You can bless all things. So you can allow all things, but then you bless them also. You bless them and you're thankful for them. Even the things that don't seem like you might not think as good, especially those things are the ones to pay attention to, because those are the ones that are blocking the energy flow that we're allowing to block. And so that's kind of it in a nutshell. I don't know if that helps, but that's what I've been going through.
I think that's a great, well, you might say your path or the journey that you've been through your life, this path now. I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. And sure, I find people that have become more aware how important spirituality is and have awakened to their true self, feeling love, feeling how much the power that love has with that they could share within them if they connect to their true self and feelings. Like you say, I think that men have a hard time connecting to their emotions and feelings, and that's why I think they become disconnected to their relationships with women because they're not being more um, uh, empathetic and understanding how a woman feels and with her emotions and what they go through, where a man might think of little things and they focus on what they think is most important, which a lot of people do. It takes money to survive. But I think that if people, men, we're talking about men, recognize their feelings and emotions, connecting with the person they love, then by far they're going to have more opportunities to be more successful in all the relationships and everything in life. And I think to me, love is the most powerful energy there is. And
Mm-hmm.
it can be expressed in different ways uh, physically, mentally, intellectual, spiritually. Uh, and I think that in my feeling, Sam, it's just understanding the feeling of love and enjoying that feeling within yourself first. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to love anything else? And for me, that's what's been um, my journey as far now in my path is learning who I am, my true self, and being honest about everything about my habits and everything. And I think the for myself and maybe for many people, they let whatever they've learned in the past, their beliefs, and especially with experience with people, their emotions and feelings, and any reaction, any communication, any interaction they have with people. Then if somebody says something they don't like, then they overreact because they're not trained in their mind to know how to manage that. It's a bad feeling, so you just want to express that bad feeling. And that, as you would say, you would more embrace it because actually it helps you become stronger. I been thinking about putting that from my perspective is if somebody would say the worst things to me, derogatory or anything, uh, I would not I would not say anything to them because I don't know their life. I don't know what caused them to say what they
Mm-hmm.
said. That's awful. And to me, I'm glad they did, because I feel that it's just that feeling is I'm embracing, so it'll inspire me to be more uh, of love. So I think that I look forward to people to challenge me, challenge my heart to how I feel. If that's my true feelings, there's nothing going to stop me from loving everything in life and people, no matter where they're at in life or what they say or their differences, because I treat everybody the same as human beings, and we're all created the same. And I believe that every person has love within them. Now, some people will activate that love more and show it, and others do not show it as much. But I think there is love in everybody, every human being, uh, and that's what my why I go online is to connect with people like you that have that love active, that energy, like you say, and that to me is more inspiring to just to connect with a person like you, because the world right now needs to feel good things, and to feel that another person does truly love them and doesn't, whoever they are. I mean, if it's a stranger and they talk nice and they're kindness and you can feel that energy, then that's a blessing to me. I think that's something to cherish. It's the little things in life, I think, Sam, are so important to me. And it's more about the little things, I think, in life than the big things, because the big things don't happen that often. And I think that if we put that in perspective, that the little things uh, are the what we learn and appreciate the most, that become most important in our life and bring us meaning. Um, I turned this thing off because that train's out of going. Now we're back on recording.
Yeah. Okay. So God, um, the energy, we are all one. Okay. And I refer to the Shema, and which says God is one. It's an ancient teaching, but it's just as relevant as it was then as it is now. But right now, people are waking up. There's enough people in this world that are waking up and saying, I don't want the conflict anymore. And in reality, you can't judge anyone except yourself. Why? Because we are one. We are one. So whenever we judge anything, we're literally fragmenting ourselves, because we're all energy. And whenever people fragment themselves, they get stuck in this place called the world, because they are pushing parts of themselves away. And our job here is the atonement. Our job is to collect all of our parts. And sometimes the things that we want to judge are things that are coming up, and we might think that there's somebody else doing something that we want to judge, but if we can relate to something that we don't like, it's because it's within us. And it's important to remember that. And if it's within us, it needs our acceptance and the light that we are, and the love that we are, to wrap around it and to accept it and to bless it. And by that, we bless all things in this world. And that's happening at a very rapid rate right now. The world is waking up, and the way that the world is waking up right now has never happened before since the creation of this world, since the creation of the earth. We are on an upswing, and there's no way to fall back asleep now. Those that have awoken are waking everyone else up, because the beautiful light is shining through us. And as we are choosing to love ourselves, because we love ourselves, that love flows through us and bubbles over. and it lights the whole world up, and it's getting stronger and stronger. So there's nothing to do really in this world except just follow what love says to do and ask. And sometimes it just simply means to be a light, to be a shining light, and not to get involved in conflict. Anytime that we feel an energy of conflict and we get involved in it, where and we judge it, then we're not really shining the light. Okay. There's nothing in this world to judge. And that sounds very far out there for some people, but it's the truth. And men and women, we all have the same thing to work on. In reality, we are both male and female. I mean, that's the way that we're created. There are two forms of energy that we have chosen to take one form and manifest a body that resembles one form more than the other, but really we're both in reality. So anyway, I guess that's it.
I think you said it all there, Sam. I think because I'm in line with you about what you said about love and how that's going to be the solution to all the problems, our individual problems, and the world problem. Will bring us collectively together as one human race and be able to preserve the good we have in this world and so the next generation can enjoy what we've enjoyed, the beauty that we see now in the world. I want to thank you because you've always inspired me from what you believe in and what you do, your spiritual practices. And I see a lot of people online awakening, like you say, and they find their true self because they practice spirituality. That's what. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to say I really appreciate you too, Les, because I resonate with you.
I resonate with you too. Every time I'm around you, I feel the love. It brings more love out of me, and because I feel your energy, and I hope it do the same for you. That makes, as you say, your light stronger. And like you said before, if I can only imagine if we have more people in the world sharing this love light, and it goes into the world, what impact it will have now and for the future. But we definitely have to focus on the good things in life right now. The feeling of love that is so important because it's such a good feeling. It's a natural feeling. It's a feeling that inspires us to be our best self and do great things. I mean, it's just so powerful, the energy of love. And I can't speak enough more about what you said because you said it all. And I just hope people that when we share this will be able to resonate with it. And I think that if anybody in the audience, if you have any questions, please leave in the comments for Sam. I'm sure he'll, when he sees the video, he'll see your comments. Or you can message him directly. Maybe he'll be able to answer some questions. Do you have a page that they can connect to?
I have my Facebook page and a YouTube page. I don't have a personal website. I don't know how to do that, but I'm open to talk to anyone that wants to talk. I talk to people all the time, and I genuinely love to do that. And just want to say that it all starts with loving ourselves, and that love is when we do love ourselves, we don't have to prove anything to anyone. We don't have to do anything for anyone. And that might not sound correct to some people, but whenever you start with your own self-love, then you'll be directed by that love, and you won't be trying to prove or make anyone else happy, because first of all, that's impossible. All you can do is remind them of who they are by first being who you are, and that is love. That is that light. That imagination is so beautiful.
Oh,
So,
you're
yeah,
so right on that. I mean, being human, we have so much we can learn from each other, and if we use
yeah.
our imagination, creativity, and the love, I mean, I can't imagine what the future will be for us and for the next generation.
You know
But
what, Les? Yes, you can.
I got you started
I'm just kidding.
again. No, well, I mean, you have something there. Go ahead. It's fine. What were you going to say? I think it's funny. You got me laughing too. So, what do you imagine in this? What the world to be?
I imagine I've seen it. I've seen visions of it, but it's something that you can imagine. When you look out the window, you can see a garden. You can see beautiful buildings and crystalline buildings. You can just daydream and imagine whatever you want that's beautiful and good. And that is reality.
Yeah, I agree
Okay.
with you. I mean, think of. I mean, how many people that are famous in the past or even today use their imagination and wrote books, films, did all this stuff, and what impact it's had for us now. The things, the ideas. I mean, the philosophers had in ancient times, and they use their imagination, their the love they had. That to me inspired so many people, and I mean, this is how we have what we live today, because what we enjoy. I mean,
Hmm.
because of that. I mean, so I think
Yeah.
it comes from our dreams, imagination, our creativity, and I think if we realize that we all have that in us, sometimes we get so much as negativity, whether it's from the past, trauma in the past, or whatever. It at We can't escape it in our mind, so we have to be able to free our mind, and I think that spirituality and believing in something greater in us, and just I think that gives us opportunities to really be who we are and
Hmm.
reach our potential. But I think one more thing I was going to add. I get carried away talking with somebody like you because I enjoy the conversation so much, Sam. But anyway, in my mind, since I'm trying to train my mind to talk about energy, if you recognize you're getting some negative energy from somebody, they want to argue with you and they say terrible things, whatever. So I don't know if it's appropriate or not the right word, but I'm thinking just um, to recycle that energy and turn that bad energy into good energy. And so I have to train my mind to think of it that way, that it's good. That bad energy is good for me because I'm going to create something better within myself, and I'll become a stronger and more become the best person I can be, human being of the high quality. So that's my thought on that. I'm going to
Hmm.
finish by saying I want to thank you so much for spending your time, and we've been trying to get together. We finally did, and I hope we can do this again. I really do. And to maybe you have free time, you can think of something else to add to this, a new topic, because I think you have so much that people can learn from you, from your experience and your journey, your path in spirituality. But um, tell everybody, I want to thank everybody that is listening or going to listen. Maybe, hopefully, this will resonate with them. How important
Yeah.
spirituality is, how important this being your true self is, feeling your feelings, embracing everything, like Sam said, in life with love. I can't say that anymore. I mean, Sam said it all, and he inspires me. I hope he inspires everybody that watches this. So I want this has been a Socrates Café podcast, and I want to end it up with telling everybody that we love you, and we hope we can
All
have.
right.
We hope you can tune in to more Socrates podcasts, so we can enjoy the people that's going to talk on our podcast. And it's all about love. It really is. I mean, may not say it on every podcast, but if I'm the host, it's all about love because I care about people. And I'm looking forward to anybody who wants to join as a guest to share their story or their experiences with spirituality. I welcome you to do that. Just say it in your comments. So till the next time, thank you again, Sam. And
All right. Thank you.
I'll be looking forward for our next conversation.
Yes, me too. Love everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.